for a fantastic matchup. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Carter Gymnasium for a fantastic matchup between Hersey Huskies and the Prospect Knights. Tonight, what a game we've got in store. Keaton, how you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Boys are back in town. You and me back in the booth. You know who else is back in town? The Hersey girls basketball team. They've been a dominant force so far this season. They're hot in the New Year's, but they're facing a brick wall, and that brick wall's name, Allie Linky, number 23 in white, I believe. Sorry, they'll be in blue tonight, Prospect. It's going to be a battle of two seniors, two big forces, Donovan and Linky, and we're here to bring you all the action on Hersey Dispatch.
Two of the more storied coaches going at it tonight, Coach Courtney Ludis and Matt Weber. Big coaches in the MSL. Ludis has been around in the MSL. She came over from Fremd a couple years ago, and she's been doing a fantastic job with this team this year, and it's going to be a great matchup tonight. If you notice anything different about our appearances, we're not wearing suits tonight. The theme for the game tonight is supposed to be jerseys, so we thought, best to represent the Bears while we can. Bear down, hope they beat the Packers this weekend. But an exciting game coming tonight, an exciting weekend overall, as we are going to send you back down to the court.
And before we begin, for the safety of the athletes, please refrain from sitting in the front row.
As we mentioned earlier, Allie Linky, number 23, the senior, she has eclipsed 1,500 points in her career. 1,500, unbelievable. In a high school career, 1,500 points for her. She will face Sadie Marks in the tip.
Absolutely incredible numbers, and Sadie Marks, Kate Donovan too. Big names to watch out for. As we mentioned records, Kate Donovan broke the career steals record for the entire Hersey girls basketball program in one of the recent games. I believe it was against Palatine this week, in a big victory. Well, let's get it started. It's going to be Linky. She's double teamed down low. Trying to put up a shot. Rebound by Etta Fisher. Donovan's got it now at the point. Kind of just waiting around for some movement. Give it over to Mieris on the other side of the floor.
Yeah, and if you notice anything about this Hersey Husky team, they run the ball through Donovan. She's their key playmaker.
Here's
and
a
key
three
shooter.
from Haney. High arching three. It's going to be off the mark for an air ball. They do get the rebound, though, as there's a hand in from number 3. That was Ashley Skelton.
Number 3, Ashley Skelton, only a freshman, but already 6 feet.
Down low, there's Marks. Errant pass. It's going to go off the hands of Fisher and out of play. So in the first minute, we kind of see a little bit of ball movement. An errant shot and an errant pass, so a little miscues on our side of the ball.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy, and that's not what you need. This is a major matchup.
This is a huge game.
Huge matchup. It's Hersey, Fremd, and Prospect for the MSL East Division lead, and this could be a major decider down the stretch. And
for Prospect, they are fresh off a loss at home against Fremd, whereas Hersey beat that Fremd team by 10 on the road. A very physical Fremd team with two tall forwards in the backcourt. Here's one outside, Mieris. Can't necessarily figure out how to say that last name. Here she is. Back over to Haney, over to Donovan. Looking to put up a shot. She's got it at the key, trying to drive. Give it out, Fisher, 4-3. No good. Rebound goes to Prospect. Zoe Black giving it over to Linky. Here's a 3-ball from Warnament. That's off the mark.
Good defense once again. They've been
a lot of movement,
strong.
No scoring so far. Yes. There's going to be a steal, and a foul came in. It's going to be Prospect ball, Hersey foul.
Yeah,
a little bit of an entanglement on the loose ball.
And you've already named a couple people. You named Fisher, Miares, Haney. I believe Molster will come off the bench later as well, but these are young faces for Hersey, extremely young. The only senior on the court right now, star Kate Donovan, point guard.
And she's been playing here for a while. She saw a little bit of playing time, even as a freshman, for that 22-23 team that went to the state quarterfinals. But she's been a very consistent starter the last couple of years. Here's Linking driving in. Could have been a travel in there, and that is what's going to be the call.
Heard some calls from the Orange Crush for a travel, and yes, it was. Linky, kind of quiet start. She has been stopped in the paint so far.
And she brings crazy stats to the floor. As Kaden mentioned earlier, 1,500 points, but she averages 16.7 a game, which is insane numbers. So here's one's down low. It's Ashley Skelton on the feed from Zoe Black. That's going to be the first points of tonight. Donovan looking to move it up the floor over to Emily Haney. She's going to lose her footing there.
Blocking.
It's going to be a blocking foul. So no major damage there. Matt Weber kind of giving his 2 cents on the call.
Yeah, I would be a little frustrated. Didn't look like there was that much contact from our vantage point. However, Hersey Husky basketball on the offensive possession again.
Advantage Hersey in that situation. Here's a screen. Donovan's going to feed Myeris. Cross court to Haney, over to Donovan. Just a lot of ball movement is try to force one there is Donovan. She's got 2 in front of her at all times. As we saw with Linky as well. It's fast play there from Warnament. Allison Warnament with the steal there, bringing it back over to Linky. To Warnament again. Over in the corner, that's Tess Brennan, I believe. Or sorry, that's Ella Daly, I believe. Sorry. She lost the handle. Sorry.
We have seen some defensive stifling so far. Prospect running a very strong zone devised by Coach Weber, and it has really stopped Donovan. Linky's guarding the lane. Nobody's able to drive, and they always have 2 on the ball handler at all times.
I honestly didn't suspect a low-scoring game. That's what looks like we're in store for.
There's so many playmakers.
Yeah.
It's surprising.
As it looks like, I mean, right now with how it's standing and how this game looks like it's going to be played out tonight, Linky's probably not going to get to her average of 16.7 tonight. It looks like this is going to be a hard game to even break double digits, but they look like they want to have her as the hot hand as Donovan's trying to get her hand in there, continue to add on to her career steals record.
And keep your eye on that senior matchup. They're in the paint right now, number 11, number 23. They'll battle all day.
A little bit of a mismatch there.
Yes.
Linky's got the height advantage. Open for 3. Skelton knocks it down. Wow. 5-0 lead for Prospect so far, halfway through the first quarter. So it's been a fast-paced quarter, but just not a lot of points so far. That's kind of the 3 Prospect is looking for here. Maybe a 3 coming outside from either Fisher or Haney. That's 2 of their better 3-point shooters, but down low. Great movement for Sadie Marks. She'll finish it down low.
And until that bucket, I know there hasn't been a lot of points scored before that, only 5, but every single point on the floor before that bucket was scored by a freshman.
Full court press from Kate Donovan on Linky, and she is not making life easy for her.
And that's a way to stop Linky. Obviously, she's a big body. She's 6'1", and she's not as mobile as Donovan.
Driving down low was Warnament. Looked like Fisher got a hand in there. Loose ball on the ground. Warnament's going to get it all the way back in her hands. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go Prospect's way. Or I believe that's going to go Hersey's way. Hersey does get the possession arrow on that one. Good effort by Emily Haney to jump into the pile and get her hands on the ball.
Aggressive defense once again. That's what we've seen all day. It's been the tail of the tape for these.
That's what Ludus preaches. She is so keen on preaching really good defense and so tight on the perimeter, and that's why this Hersey team is just they rarely let up over 40 points. As down low was Etta Fisher for the finish.
And speaking of rarely, it's rare you see a ball get over Allie Linky's head. That's an amazing dish straight to Fisher. Easy lay.
This is an absolute battle. Allie Linky and Kate Donovan. Gosh, a lot of the names are somewhere on this Prospect team. Is pulling up for a jumper. That one goes. That's Zoe Black, another point leader for Prospect. She averages over 10 a game.
Man, that J was smooth. Just get up there at the free throw line. Beautiful finish.
She found herself wide open there. As that's going to be a turnover. Lincoln bringing it back up the floor. Still a lot of aggressive defense from Donovan in the corner. Warnament's going to put up a 3. Just short there. Oh, and confusion on the rebound. It's going to be Hersey ball. Haney got tangled up with Skelton trying to get that one.
And that's Ashley Skelton again with the aggressive play. We thought coming into this game, obviously we're saying her name a lot, but Linky, we thought she was going to be the most aggressive person on this team, looking to get the ball a lot. But Skelton has been dominant. She's been a playmaker. We've seen her dish the ball out. We've seen amazing shots, corner from the wing, and now a great hustle play right there. Didn't go her way, but she's someone to watch out for later on.
Got some subs checking in for Hersey now. Ellie Molster's on the floor, as well as there's going to be a finish down low by Skelton again, and she's been the hot hand so far. She's got 7 on the floor so far. But as I mentioned, Ellie Molster and Luciana Pasoli checking in there. They checked in for Myeris and, oh my gosh, Haney. Is there going to be a finish there? Yeah. That was Kate Donovan picking up her first 2 of the night.
That was nice.
Down low, it's Skelton again, try to get a little fancy. Got her own rebound, missed again. It's going to go out of bounds for Prospect ball.
And that Donovan jumper, oh, that was silky. Turn around, step back, Jay. Beautiful from 8 feet out. And that's what you want to see from a D1 commit. It's that fundamental stuff right there. Just
that's what they
find an
try to
opening.
generate down low.
Yes, exactly.
As Myers is going to come back on the floor for Ada Fisher. They're going to get open up top. Long three, short. That was Zoe Black. As Donovan on the opposite end of the floor. She'll finish with a nice quick jumper.
Yeah, she'll take any point she can get. You saw that nice finish earlier, but right there, she saw that tiny ounce of separation, doesn't even matter. Nails another short jumper.
Yeah, no hesitation. She is able to transition from the opposite end of the court very quickly as Linky tried to pull for three. Rimmed in and out. As here comes Hersey the other way. Myers, Donovan. Maybe wanted to pull up there. Outside Myers, she'll shoot from three. No good. Linky going up for the rebound and wide open on the other end of the floor. Oh. That's Madeline Marling. Could not get it to go.
Madeline Marling, her sister, Mia, injured. One of 4 injuries that Prospect has. They're also missing starters Maeve Joel and Libby McDonough as well.
Banged up team right now.
Yes.
But Prospect brings a lot of youth to the floor as right now you see number 5, Tess Brennan, on the floor as well. Ellie Molster from 3. She's got it. That's her first lead for Hersey tonight.
Beautiful shot. We saw her start in the game against Rolling Meadows. I believe that was before break. Oh.
Trying to go for a last-second shot was Linky, and she just couldn't get it to go. But that was beautiful.
Wow.
The ball movement and getting it over into the corner. Did have a hand up there, but no fear, still able to put up the shot. And I feel like that's kind of a universal thing for both Hersey basketball teams. They shoot very, very well from the corner. We saw it from Ethan Grease the last game we called. But their three-point percentages have continued to go up and up as the games go by.
They do shoot it well in the corner. And not only does the percentage go up and up as games go by, but it's going up in this game so far. We saw some early misses, some errant passes, some turnovers early on for the Husky offense. And now you're right. They're calm. They're moving the ball. They're finding the open man. And that's just been fundamental basketball. They keep playing this for the next 3 quarters. They'll handle this Knights team no problem.
Yeah, tight game so far. Not really the first 4 minutes, not really exactly what you're looking for to start off the ball game, but really kind of turned it around. And we kind of saw that trend a little bit with the boys too. Not really against Meadows. That was the fastest pace. That was the fast-paced and just incredible raining threes in the arena that game. But Palatine, and even when they played Prospect, and even I heard against Barrington too, a little bit of a slow start, and then they turned it around.
Yeah.
They've been also off to a very, very hot start, the guys' team.
Yes, and I think both basketball programs, they're peaking in 2025 right now, or now it's 26. But this season is one of the greatest, if not the greatest season so far.
For the boys, yeah.
And girls are doing pretty well too. This isn't the greatest season for them yet. It could be. They keep winning. They have a straight shot to winning this MSL East.
Absolutely. Here's a steal. Molster on the other end of the floor. She'll finish easy on the fast break. Well done.
As I was going to say before the quarter break, she started against Rolling Meadows before winter break, and now she's showing her figures. She's dominating.
Myers tries to pick the pocket. Jump ball. Hersey gets the possession arrow again. Brilliant defense. As Molster got the steal, went down and scored, and Mieres with some aggressive play on defense as well.
And here we go. All the momentum swings in the favor of the Huskies. Now they just have to find out how to crack this Prospect defense. Ball movement and perimeter shooting has been the answer so far.
Prospect plays some sort of a wedge zone defense, which is a little bit rare in basketball, but they always have at least 1 or 2, or they always have at least 2 or 3 in front of Donovan.
Yes.
And you've seen that on the other end of the floor there, as there's normally two guarding Linky every time she touches the ball. So that was an errant pass from Donovan. She was looking for Haney. Prospect's going to bring it up the floor now. It's a Warnament, guarded by Marks, 32 on 32. Linky. A little bit of movement. Ashley Skelton now. Switching the man. As here's a 3 off the mark from Zoe Black. Here's Donovan, trying to look down low for Marks. Jump ball. Prospect's got the arrow this time. Wow. Try to force it a little bit there, Donovan. She does like to move the ball down low to Marks. That's kind of been a connection we've seen throughout the season.
Yes, and I know you have all the momentum. I know you've been strong so far, but take it slow, try your chances. This wedge zone, as you mentioned, it's really laboring the prospect defense so far.
It's tough to get points against a defense like that, but if you are able to move the ball around well, really, like you said, get them to crack, because there's still a lot of basketball left to be played. That's really how you want to approach this one.
Yeah, and to switch things up, you talked to Ludus, I'm pretty sure, and she said this prospect team likes to switch out their players, and I think they've had every starter in so far. Very interesting from Weber. I wonder if that's surprising, trying to contrast some of Ludus's game plan, maybe.
Well, I'm sure Ludus' game plan around Linky is it's going well so far.
They really have
managed to keep her out off the score sheet. Players like Skelton and Black leading the way so far.
That's surprising. Those are names we did not circle coming into this game.
Yeah, those are not names we circled. I mean, obviously there's the threat. I mean, Ludus knew that this was going to be a competitive game. I mean, I talked to her in my 7th hour honors pre-calculus class. She was excited for this game. She was very pumped. She always has that energy on game days. Here's Haney for 3. Ooh, that's another air ball off the mark. Is Donovan, she'll put up a 3. Oh, that one was in and out. Notice the arch differences is all the way on the other end of the floor. Ball movement, Zoe Black, nice finish there. Skelton and Black, the 2 leading scorers. Good ball movement as Donovan quickly up the floor. Molster, a little bit of a pump fake, gets it out to Haney. Movement on the perimeter. Donovan trying to drive in, defended by Warnament.
Little
outside.
movement underneath from the Huskies.
They really haven't found Sadie Marks. As Molster, she'll pull up from 3 again, no good. Rebound by Linky.
Yeah, Coach Ludus is definitely trying to focus on perimeter play in this first half. There's been little movement inside, little driving.
Skelton driving in again. She's got another. She's got 9 so far.
And here's an impact player, Ashley Skelton, freshman once again. We'll mention that every time she scores, but wow, 9 points so far. And she has honestly been exposing in all areas, one of the best defenses in the state.
Haney, another, just not really having the best start so far, Haney, but a lot of basketball still left to be played. Still time to turn it around, but just those shots have not been easy for her so far. She does have a very high arching shot. I was noticing that earlier with Kay Donovan and Ellie Molster. When they put up 3s, it was kind of a lower than normal arch, or arc on the shot, and the arc on hers, it's really it's almost like a rainbow, and it's almost rare you see that now. There's a travel from Skelton.
I 100% agree, and you mentioned a couple of possessions ago, there's so many arc differences that we're seeing so far in this game. We saw Donovan shoot from the wing. That had low arc. I'm not bringing out a protractor.
Is that arc or arch? I'm still learning the basketball terminology a little bit.
But yeah, we're not measuring with the protractor, but that's definitely going to be very low compared to Haney's, as you mentioned.
Steal there from Black. Getting it over to Tess Brennan. Seeing her first minutes off the bench. Linky against Fisher. Just resetting on the outside. Trying to drive in now. Maybe called an ISO there. There's Marks getting her hand in there. Linky got it back and couldn't get it to go. Foul on the play.
Wow, Linky that possession just said, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, that clearly called her own number, it looks like.
But Hersey, once again, steps up to the challenge, and the Linky show has been canceled for a little bit. Could stop now. Points bring momentum, and Linky's a great chance to build some right now.
Emily Haney picks up her 2nd foul of the night as Linky gets her first point on the score sheet. Gives Prospect the lead. They're kind of going on a run so far. 7-0 right now in the last 2.5 minutes.
Yes, but they're deciding to switch it up. I believe that's Ava Veros coming in for Black. First bench player we have seen so far enter for the Knights.
Aside from Brennan, who's been subbing in consistently for Ella Daly.
Yes.
8-0 run for Prospect right now. Hersey looking for some points. Still moving around on the outside. Myers over to Molster. They play catch. Myers holds it at the top. Donovan. That wedge defense starting to make an impact as Skelton with another steal, bringing it back up the floor. Tried to throw it off Donovan. It did work.
Wow.
Man, Skelton's been quite the impact player so far.
Unbelievable. You know that scene from Home Alone when Marv sticks his sticky hands into the Salvation Army pot, takes out all the pennies? That's what that was, little poke. Beautiful handling. I mean, wow, that just came out of nowhere.
That's a brilliant reference right there.
Here it
Skelton's
is.
going to get it again, and she's got the and one.
Wow.
Wow, this is really quite the performance we've seen from Ashley Skelton. As you mentioned, not a name we had circled going into this. Kind of surprised at her performance. She's been playing very well. Clearly, Prospect wants to get the ball in her hands.
Lane violation.
Lane violation on Hersey. That's going to send her to the floor again. She missed the first one, so maybe a little bit of redemption here.
Right now there's 3 freshmen on the court. Brennan, number 5 in blue, obviously Skelton at the line, and number 5 in white, Luciana Pasoli.
Skelton's really having quite, maybe probably her best game of the season. She only averages 3.7 a game, and she's at 11 points. She does average over a steal a game, so she is aggressive on defense. Most of the Prospect starting 5 gets a steal or 2 a game. Oh, as that's going to be a kick from Skelton. It was Pasoli holding it at the point.
Man, if whoever wrote the rule books didn't make that kick rule, that's another seal for Skelton.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a big body. I bet her wingspan's greater than 6 feet.
Oh, really? Yes.
So hard to play against.
A lot of consistency on the floor so far from Hersey. Not really seeing a lot of different players. We've only seen 7 come on, and Marks and Donovan have been out there the entire time. I believe Fisher has as well. Molster looking back for Donovan. Just a hard defense to get through, but it really just takes ball movement. That's what they're looking for down low from Marks, but going to be a foul on the floor from her. Or I believe that was on Prospect.
Yes.
A little bit of a push off.
That'll be Ava Veros' first, I believe. Yes.
Donovan to inbound it now.
And we really haven't mentioned fouls because there really hasn't been that many. 3-1 so far, so Hersey is in a little bit of trouble with the bonus, but nothing huge to worry about, barring how this game goes.
Donovan try to get the pump fake. Good shot, just couldn't get it to go. And now it's Zoe Black bringing it up. Prospects on a 10-0 run right now. Ashley Skelton shooting from 3.
Oh,
no
man.
good. Trouble to get the rebound. That's going to be Prospect ball. And I think if I'm Coach Ludus here, probably got to take a timeout.
Yes.
Especially if there's Prospect points coming on this possession.
Yes.
Really got to take a timeout. Don't really have a choice. It's been very difficult to get much going. A little bit of miscues as Linky, she'll shoot from deep. Ooh, no good.
Man.
Donovan with the rebound.
Oh, no. Wow.
What's that called?
I believe that's a double dribble.
Yeah, that was an interesting way to show that was an interesting hand signal for that one. Kind of looks like, I'm pretty sure that's the over and back signal.
It is. It's also the double dribble.
That was a double dribble. Skelton's got it on the inbound again. Good defense that time, though. Kind of swarmed her.
Wow.
Ulster got the steal. Donovan brings it up now. Rotates around. Driving in now. Quick jumper.
Oh, man.
No good.
Need those shots to fall if you're Hersey.
Bring it up the floor is Brennan. Try to pull up from 3, didn't. Zoe Black now. Driving in and a foul on the floor from Hersey.
And Ludus not very happy
Yeah.
at the officiating from the head stripes by the scores table. And it's just...
That was a
been
bit
difficult.
of a nitpicky call, but
Yes. But I think it's just more frustration with her entire team in the second quarter. I mean, I don't think Hersey has scored a point.
they haven't scored. They have, but they scored their first 2 and within the first 10 seconds
right. Yes.
off the steal from Molster, but it hasn't been much going since.
Wow.
Donovan, movement outside. Molster got it from Marks. Over to Pasoli. Fisher. Quick defense from Prospect. Donovan driving in now. Over to Marks. Brilliant ball movement, but what a block from Allie Linky. Pasoli got the rebound. Fisher now back to Pasoli.
They need movement. They need movement.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Oh, my goodness.
Fisher, wide open three, no good.
Oh, wow, and that was a defensive masterclass. Oh, my.
Skelton bringing it up the floor. Lost the handle, and she'll be out of bounds before she can recover.
Wow, Prospect doubling every person who touched the ball. I'm not sure how they're not getting tired from this. This is spectacular to watch, and it's extremely difficult.
Coach Ludus communicating with Donovan,
yes,
trying to get a play call, some sort of strategy going. It's probably what they need right now, as Donovan's got it in the corner, over to Marks. Brilliant ball movement. Oh, what a block by Zoe Black. Absolutely denied Etta Fisher. As now, here she comes on the other end of the floor.
Wow.
Couldn't get it to fall. Donovan with the steal, though, yet another. Denied Allie Linke, who has not had her desirable first half. 44 seconds left to go. Here's Donovan winging all the way around. Marks couldn't get it to go. Nearly an and one.
Still works, sends her the stripe.
Foul came in on Ella Daly.
We're just going back to this Prospect defense. It has been stringent. It has been impossible to penetrate for Hersey.
Yeah, it seemed like they were able to find their way through it.
Yes.
But the easiest way to get points on a defense like this is on fast breaks, and that's why the
100%.
defense has been very aggressive in trying to get turnovers, because they know points off the break is what they really need in this situation.
Definitely. And
As Marks gets both free throws, 2 points.
Or Ludus, excuse me. She
shut-
has been preaching that. She's been yelling at
Yeah.
her team, be aggressive. And there they are. Here's a press.
Yeah, full court press to end the quarter. Down low, ball movement. Zoe Black from the corner.
No.
Swish that one. Good shot. Another high arc on that three.
All right, right here, need anything to grab momentum, any play, something spectacular.
Prospect pushes their lead back up to 7. Wedge defense. Molster's got 3 in front of her face. Back out to her. Aggressiveness down low. Fisher to Marks. Good ball movement down low. Good 2 points he needed right before the half. As here's Warnerman. Will she put up a last-second shot? No, she will not. 5-point lead for the Knights. Not the greatest first half for the Huskies, but still. Good 16 minutes of basketball left to be played. Still a lot undecided. I'm sure Ludus has a big plan coming in the locker room.
Yes, 100%.
But we'll wait and see. This has been a good game so far. This is a game where I believe I would have said Hersey was favored by about 3 to 4. I knew it was going to be a tight game. You know, the rivalry that stinges across every single sport between these two schools.
Exactly.
It's so gritty and so important. But it's been Prospect who found the upper hand, and even without their star player posing much of a threat. Linke's only got 2, but it's players like Skelton and Zoe Black who have 9 and 11. That is just huge for that team so far.
Very impressive. And on their defensive side, if you're a guy who's watching this game and you like fireworks, you like watching the NBA All-Star game because it's high scoring, it goes to 150, turn this game off. This is not for you. You're watching hard, old-school basketball. You're
absolutely.
watching defense, tight defense, both by Weber and Ludus. You're watching aggressive turnovers, tight strapping defense, and this game won't be very high scoring, I can guarantee you that.
The coaching battle we have so far, but we've got another half of basketball left to be played. We are going to send it to the halftime, where we will see you very soon. Welcome back for this second half of Hersey Girls Hoops. Right now the score is 22-17 Prospect. They've got the advantage right now. This is a team that they kind of struggled against Prospect last year, and as I got word from Emily Durkin in one of her podcasts with Coach Ludus. Ludus mentioned that the reason that they lost to Prospect last year was because the crosstown rivalry kind of got in their head, and that is such a big impact. I feel like that's part of the reason you lose games like that. I think that's part of the reason we lost in football that last year twice. That rivalry, it does get in your head. It kind of sits in your head and resonates in there, and it has such a big impact.
Oh, 100%, and I think it's impacting their offensive ability right now. There's been so many turnovers. Prospect's running a tough wedge zone, as you mentioned. There's been so many turnovers by this Husky offense, and they just need one piece of momentum. They need one shot, one play to break this mold, and it could really turn the tides of this game.
Yeah, that's really all they need. And for right now, it's really the star talent. It really hasn't been the stars on either side of the ball. As we mentioned, Linky's only got 2. And a season where she's averaging 16 a game.
Wow.
And we haven't really we've seen a little bit from Donovan on the defensive side, as well as Molster. So we're going to send it back down to the court now. As immediately press defense. As Myers tried to throw it off a Prospect defender, did not end up working.
Wow.
This Prospect's going to get the ball right back off the rip.
And momentum is such a key player, especially in girls basketball. Girls basketball, a lot slower pace in the IHSA than boys. There's less of that fast break opportunity, so momentum a key player, and right now Prospect has all of it.
Absolutely. It's going to be Warnament, defended by Marks. 3 ball from Black, she drains it. Had a defender, Myers, in her face and didn't flinch.
Wow, quiet
Great
Zoe Black,
shot, yeah.
12 points, unbelievable. She surpasses Skelton. 2 names we didn't circle as we mentioned, but Zoe Black, wow.
She is the number 2 scorer on this team, averages 10 a game. As here's Haney looking for redemption, her 3. She knocks it down. Big momentum shift there. As you see the Hersey bench jumping up and down for that one.
Beautiful shot, Emily Haney, Energizer Bunny, striking lightning bolts into this crowd. Everyone got up a little bit, raised the hands.
Oh yeah,
momentum.
Here's a steal. Donovan bringing it quickly back up the floor. Myers, defended by Linky, loses her footing there. Hersey's going to get it back. You can see kind of the emotion from Ludus. She gets the ball in her hands and immediately stomps it to the floor. But Hersey's still got the ball here. Fisher inbounds it to Donovan. There's a timeout from, or is that going to be
a bench warning?
Yeah, bench warning. Matt Weber maybe having a couple words to share with the head official.
Could hear him a little bit. I don't think there's any hot mic on this broadcast, but not very happy with the calls.
Sadie Marks down low. She finishes. 5 straight for Hersey. The momentum you need going into this half.
There we go, and that halftime break in the locker room, major reset for this Husky squad.
Oh, but it's Black down low again, but she can't finish.
Wow.
One of the more freebies as opposed to some of her difficult 3 balls. As it's Donovan. Oh, great movement with the ball. What a pass. Down low to Etta Fisher. 7 straight for Hersey. It's down to a 1-point game. It went from 8 to 1.
Unbelievable.
In a blink of an eye.
Wow.
We said slower pace, Caden. They might have heard you up here and said, I don't think so. We're going to turn up the tempo a little bit.
And that's exactly what they needed to do. Ludus knows that. She was calling for aggressiveness all second quarter. Hersey was not responding, and now they have.
Myers comes off the floor. Molster checks back in. Myers has got 3 fouls so far. She might be in a little bit of foul trouble. As Linky, she got the ball there, and there was 4 defenders around her in an instant. Linky defended by Donovan. Screen from Brennan. Spin move, Linky. Oh, ooh, I don't think that was really much of a foul. Not a lot of contact there, but referee always got closer eyes than we do up here, but the foul on Donovan.
And one major formula, one major rule of basketball, aggressiveness equals foul.
Black from beyond the arc again. That one's off the mark. So she is have some invincibility.
Yes.
As there's a steal, as Warnerman got a hand up to deny Donovan. Linky draws the foul on Fisher there. She'll go to the line.
Smart physical play by Linky. She probably knew she wasn't going to finish that over Fisher, but draws a foul. Heads to the line, slows some momentum from the Huskies.
Linky has no live points right now.
Wow.
Her 2 points have come from only the line. Just really not the game she's looking for so far. For someone that averages 16 a game, this is definitely a down game, but when you're the center of the game plan on defense and the execution level is right up there for Hersey, it's going to be hard to score.
Very surprising. She's a 1,500-point scorer, as we mentioned, but very surprised to be empty from the field so far into the second half. Weber needs her to get going. They want to pull this game right from the reins, snatch it back from the Huskies.
Emily Haney over to Marks, Molster, Donovan. Such quick movement to the ball immediately. Molster from deep, no good. A little short on that one. Donovan gets the rebound. Great effort there. Donovan with 2 defenders against her. Thread the needle. Down low to Marks. Underneath, Fisher draws the foul from Tess Brennan. The ball movement to get someone down low right underneath the basket has been the motto so far in this second half, and they've done it absolutely perfectly, this Hersey offense.
And what were we calling for in the second quarter? We were calling for movement down low. We did not see much movement. We saw Marks a little bit. We saw Fisher trying to stick her toes down there in the paint, but we didn't see nothing much at all. And finally, we're seeing ball movement. We're seeing player movement underneath, and it's creating a difference in the third quarter.
Our first timeout of the game.
Wow.
No timeouts called in the first half. Clearly, either the coaches saw what they were satisfied with what they saw and didn't really want to make any adjustments or made adjustments on the fly, or really just there was no timing. There's no correct timing for a timeout, whereas Matt Weber decides maybe now is a good time to talk it over, as that lead did kind of shrink down a little bit. It was an 8-point lead at one point. 4 prospects off the rip in the half, but now it's back down. It was down to 1, and now we're down to 3. Could be down to 1 again if both these free throws go for Meta Fisher. And the announcer jinx is real. I'll take the credit for that miss there. Etta, don't worry about that one. I'm sure she's got this next one though, right? Oh, good. I'll stop talking now. But lucky break there for Hersey is off the rebound from the missed free throw. It's going to go off the foot of Ashley Skelton, and that's going to be Hersey ball.
Tough miss
Donovan
for Fisher.
inbound it.
Tough miss for Fisher, but her and Miaris have struggled from the line so far, both shooting under 50% on the season from the charity stripe. Rest of the team, though, pretty in high regards. Haney shooting about 90. Sadie Marks at 85.
Step back from Brennan. She didn't put up a shot. Zoe Black trying to move it around. Aggressive defense from both Donovan and Molsters. Donovan defending Linky.
We've seen that matchup all day. You mentioned earlier it's a mismatch. Maybe it hasn't been. Linky's been shut down by Donovan.
But she'll go to the line again as Donovan's going to pick up a second foul against Linky, and Linky going back to the charity stripe again. So we can see more points only from the free throw line again, but she does draw a lot of fouls, as we mentioned, or I don't think we did mention it, but draws some of the most fouls in the MSL. She does pick up a lot of points from the line, kind of a SGA kind of feel to it, getting a lot of points from the free throw line. Very good at drawing the fouls, as we saw.
And that's trouble for Ludus' squad, as she preached aggressiveness out of the gate in this quarter. But we're 3.5 minutes in, and they have no fouls left to give.
Yeah.
Going to be tough to sustain that aggressiveness with the bonus
It is a risky
looming.
play.
Yes.
There's going to be a steal. Ashley Skelton with another steal. That's her third of the game as Linky driving in.
Oh,
Successful drawing of the block of the charging foul. Emily Haney gets up excited, and you can hear some of the energy from Hersey being able to draw the foul there on Linky. That was a huge foul to pick up, as you can kind of feel the momentum starting to shift a little bit just with the reaction.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive. People jumping out their seats. That bench, that was the most wild this Hersey bench has gotten all game.
And a clinical drawing of the charge. Plant your feet. Donovan outside to Molster. 2 defenders in her face. Marks spinning around, trying to get it over Linky. Could not get it to go. Nearly getting the rebound. And it's Hersey ball. Maybe Warnament got a fingertip on the ball unintentionally at the last second.
Wow.
Fisher tried to get the rebound, couldn't get the handle, but Still, Hersey with a lucky break there, getting the ball back. Emily
Carter
Haney
is
at the top.
loud. Carter is loud. The bench is energized, and it's just going to come down to finishing. Hersey
When the
needs to
Carter
finish.
gets loud, it's hard to play. Donovan nearly got it to go. Outside, Mulster wide open, air ball. Donovan gets the rebound. Good offensive rebounding so far. They've kind of limited Linky in her rebounding ability. She averages 11 rebounds a game. Marks just can't get anything to drop right now. Jump ball, gonna go Prospect's way.
Wow.
That was a very disappointing possession with all the opportunities you had to score and just couldn't get anything to drop.
Yes, agreed, but that's been the story of the half. Prospects played very aggressively using big bodies to stop easy buckets down low, and it's just been trouble for the Huskies.
Linky still can't get anything live. Try to go again, and there it is. She's got 8, so starting to climb her way up on the stat sheet a little bit. Against 2 defenders that time. Mulster had to jump to get that pass. Donovan. Driving in, quick jumper, no good. Marks.
And I believe that
It's gonna be Hersey
Linky,
ball.
Linky might have 6. There might have been an error. They might have credited her with the points on the charge call. But if not, if I am proven wrong.
I think she's got 6 from the free throw line.
Oh, she's 6 from the free
Yes.
throw line. So 3 players on the court are crediting for all of Prospect's points,
Yeah.
31 points. Pretty impressive. They're running it through these 3 players. At least Ludus knows who to focus on. I mean, she already knew so far. But
Really what I'm noticing from Prospect's defense, that kind of that wedge look, it forces Hersey to take a lot of those high passes. That's the backcourt over and back risk you have there. Those high passes, and those can very often be errant passes, and that's such a strategy play on defense, and it's been working. A lot of those kind of alley-oop passes
yes.
beyond the arc, and that's very difficult to execute at an efficient level. Prospects making Hersey pay as there's going to be a foul. Curious to see who picks up this foul. A reach from Lexi Maris, and that's going to be her 4th.
Wow.
Gotta wonder if she'll see a lot of time coming after this. She is at foul risk, and she was a starter coming into this game. She does have a couple steals, aggressive on defense, but picking up those fouls as you see Pasoli's getting ready to come in and replace her.
And she did suffer reduced minutes to Ellie Mulster off the bench in the second quarter. So Miaris really hasn't played as much as Ludus would have liked her to, and still is in foul trouble. Now Prospect in the bonus with 2.5 minutes to go. Could prove deadly for the Huskies.
2 more from the free throw line from Linky. She's at 10 now, so as soon as we started saying she wasn't having the game she would have liked, she's up to double digits again. Donovan, another high arcing pass to Haney. Haney got it back from Marks. Donovan faking the pass, got 2 defenders. Both Marling and Black were in her face. And again there, Pasoli, Marks tried to get it to Fisher. Just a little bit of miscommunication. And just as it seemed like Hersey was starting to get a little bit back into this game, they cut it down to 1. It's back to a 9-point lead. So 2 consecutive 8-0 runs from either side.
And Hersey, they were too little aggressive early in the first half. Now they're too aggressive. They've been causing a lot of fouls. Another finish from Linky at the rim. They just cannot stop the paint right now.
And Marks nearly lost the handle on that one. Haney got it over to Donovan. It's a 10-0 run for Prospect right now. Hersey needs to shut this one down. Haney from outside. No good again.
Wow.
Push from Prospect on the loose ball. Weber really not happy with the call. Got to say, didn't really see a lot of contact there, but maybe the restrictions on that one different than we would have imagined, as Hersey's going to get the inbound. A minute and a half to go.
Works out, Hersey basketball, you know?
Yeah, really, really need points here. And you can get it to Haney, who hasn't necessarily had the best game so far, but you do trust her a lot from 3. Fisher to Haney, over to Mulster, to Donovan. Trying to drive in on Black. Try to put up a shot. Warneman got a hand in there. It's been just so difficult for Kate to really get anything going. surrounded by so many defenders every time she touches the ball.
And it's just a size disadvantage. So many big defenders put onto that.
Etta Fisher just can't really get the handle there. Opposite end of the floor. Here's Zoe Black. Linky driving in, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound. No good again.
Those are two big misses for the Knights.
Important for Hersey that those didn't go, and now you really need points here. 3 would be huge going into the break from this quarter. 45 seconds to go. Donovan, she's got it. 2 defenders near her again. Fisher outside to Haney. Over to Molster. Just really need to get something going now. Donovan.
Let's see if Donovan tries to make a run.
Half a minute to go. Trying to look for a screen, calling for it. Gets rid of it.
Almost
over
traveled.
to Haney. Donovan down low.
Oh, my
great pass.
goodness.
Fisher can't get it to go. Couldn't get her own rebound. Haney nearly got the rebound, but there's going to be a foul on the floor from Prospect on the loose ball. Marling picks up her first foul. That's going to send Haney to the line. We haven't really seen a lot of free throws from Hersey tonight.
We really haven't, but they've been great at stifling the free throw opportunities for Prospect down the stretch of this third quarter. Obviously, 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. They put Prospect in the bonus. Prospect really hasn't made anything out of that bonus to date.
This is a chance for Haney to kind of get her groove back at the free throw line. Sank the first one. Nearly, yeah, there was a line violation there from Prospect. Haney's going to get one more redemption after the first miss. She's got 4. Had a 3 earlier. A couple missed 3s early on. She's at the line now.
Maybe these lane violations are some crosstown rivalry eagerness that we're seeing. Some passion between these 2 teams to get the rebound, to fight down the court.
Another free throw went off the mark. Linky defended by Marks. Trying to drive in, step back.
Whew.
Oh, look at a little style there. Here it comes, Donovan. Couldn't get the last second shot off the time, despite making it. That would have been huge going into the break, but just couldn't get it up before the buzzer blared. It's a 10-point lead for Prospect, and maybe it might be happening again. The pressure of the crosstown rivalry might just be getting to us, because I think the Hersey Huskies are just making a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes.
Yes.
A lot of mistakes that we just haven't seen throughout the year
100%.
regarding turnovers and missed shots. There have been a lot of scoring chances that just haven't been able to been sinking.
This is just a frustrating matchup to witness if you're a Hersey fan. This game was 24-25 early in the third. Now it's 35-25. They've been on a 10-1 run the Knights. And Hersey they've been stopped in the past couple minutes in almost every capacity. They've been outclassed offensively, outclassed defensively. And that's not what we saw early in the game. We saw Hersey go on their runs. We've seen Hersey dominate. It's just been a slow, very slow pace quarter. And just from the offensive standpoint, they've been aggressive on defense. They've been making stops. They just can't convert on those stops. And then when you put Prospect in the bonus, when you put any team in the bonus, troubles happen. And they just need some spark. They need some fireworks to come out blaring in this fourth quarter.
And really what we've been seeing so far is the tale of 2 segments, 4 minutes and a half.
Yes.
They've started out the second quarter and the third quarter very well, and then they just haven't been able to get it going later on. Stifling defense from Prospect, to their credit. But they do have the ball to start. This could be the start they're looking for. Fisher, another hand up from Zoe Black. This Prospect defense is just so hard to break through. Donovan just looking for a jumper, can't get it. Haney wide open from 3. Bang! Place is back to life now. Emily Haney.
There we go, light
redemption
it up.
There.
We saw against Meadows.
After a couple rough misses, Emily Haney knocks down 2 threes. Here's Linky from way deep. How about that? That's a big 3 from Prospect. Slamming the door right back on Hersey.
But hey, you want to get back in this game, you got to shoot the lights out. Emily Haney, like artillery fire from that wing. Beautiful shot, beautiful form. Nothing but nylon.
Able to leak her open again. Mishandled. Zoe Black couldn't get the loose ball. It's going to be Hersey ball.
Number 4, Ella Bailey.
And Hersey needs those perimeter shots from the guards to fall in. They work a little bit of some two-guard offense, two playmakers up top, and then they rotate big man or big woman, I should say, underneath, as well as Molster and Fisher on the sides. They're looking for anything, any movement. Sometimes the wings rotate in. It's been trouble on the inside so far.
Foul from Warnament. She's got a little hand up on Marks. But I would never rule out the comeback in this situation. We've seen the boys team come back in such fantastic ways throughout the season. They've been doing very well. They just won a game last night against Barrington. They've got Glenbard North tomorrow at 4:30 at as a home game.
Believe so.
Donovan try to leak it down low. Oh! It's going to be prospect ball. It looks like Fisher couldn't pull her hand away. Now full court press defense is going to be what Hersey's resorting to now. Just cannot pick up fouls here. Got some people in foul trouble possibly. Daly outside, Warnament for 3, no good. Linky, she's got it now, defended by Donovan. Little spin move inside, turn around. Her shot goes, and that's pure talent. And wow, what a second half she's had. She's got 15.
And if you're going to full court press, you need to commit to the bit. You need to stay strong, and you need to stop any ball movement. And right there, no ball movement stop. Fast break turns on the points from Linky, and it's
Donovan open 3, no good. Haney back to Donovan. They got their own rebound again.
Green light, needs something. Time to go.
Donovan outside, Molster from 3. Can't get it to go. Chaos on the rebound, goes to Prospect's way. And really the whole strategy that had been so successful in the first half is kind of falling apart now here in the second. Can't really seem to get Linky off the score sheet now. But they've managed to shut down Skelton maybe. That was the shift. They were trying to shut down Skelton and Black, and they have done so for Skelton, but now Linky is finding her hot hand. Donovan wide open from 3, no good. Linky gets the rebound.
Donovan a little off balance on that 3, but I don't necessarily hate them shooting 3s. They need something to fall, and they need it quick.
Ella Daly trying to drive down low. Gonna be a timeout called by Matt Weber, maybe talking it over.
And honestly, it's pretty surprising. You rarely see this in a basketball game, especially at the high school level, but the winning team is up by 12 and has called more timeouts than the team facing a deficit.
I wonder, I mean, Ludus is probably using these opportunities, as opportunities to talk it over as well, but I feel like in a situation where you really haven't found much momentum to get yourself in front, only had the lead for just a few minutes. I feel like timeouts are really big in these kind of situations, but maybe there's something Coach Ludus knows that we don't.
It's possible, but I just think Coach Ludus, this team's not used to facing a deficit, really.
Yeah.
They haven't really faced that much pressure, that much resistance so far this season. Fremd even, they rolled past, I won't say rolled, 10-point win, but still, that's a pretty decent deficit against Fremd. And now they're really facing strong resistance, especially on the offensive side, and they haven't been able to answer. I think I know what Ludus is going to focus on in practice these coming weeks.
Yeah, bit of a down game for the 11-4 Huskies. They got a little bit hot going into the break, and then they lost 2 in that holiday tournament. So things have kind of dialed a little bit down lately. They've won 2 straight against Palatine and New Triers, and Linky's got another.
And there's just nobody to stop her right now. Nobody in the paint is going to contest her.
She shoots from beyond the arc for the first time. No good. Linky gets another rebound. Zoe Black, she'll pull up from 3. No good. Haney's going to get the rebound. 14-point lead for Prospect. Time's starting to dwindle down for the Huskies. And a steal there from Linky.
Wow.
It's just
Linky show.
Can't really get anything going. Yeah, it has been the Linky show going into this 4th quarter. She's got it up top, defended by Marks, driving in, turn around again, no good. Tried to draw the foul, couldn't get it going. Coming up slowly is Donovan. Good ball movement. Miera's down low. She gets her first 2 of the night. She's in despite having 4 fouls. Ludus still has faith in her to get points, and that's exactly what she did.
And I think they need anything they can get the Huskies right now. Miera's can shoot. We saw that early on in the season. They need her to step it up now.
Wide open, Ella Daly from 3, no good. Ellie Molster over to Donovan. Here they come underneath. Haney pushing the back from Daly. Doesn't matter, gets the finish, and chance for 3 on the and 1.
That's a big foul, and you know it's big when your entire bench steps up to congratulate you, starts getting hype, and that's what you need this entire game. This bench has been quiet. This student section has been decently quiet, and that could be contributing to the deficit in this rivalry.
This Ludus takes her very first time out of the game, and the comeback story of Hersey, it's a common story in various sports. Saw it in football, saw it in basketball, saw it in soccer. They overcame a 2-0 deficit this year, which is hard to do. It's just a common theme, and getting it down to 10 with just under 4 to go, it's still hard to come back from this, but all you really need is just a little bit of momentum. The energy from the bench is exactly what you need.
And really never say never. I think there's no point that Ludus in this huddle says the word never. She is instilling fire in this team. She's going to scream at her team till the last seconds wind down on this clock. It ain't over till it's over. And right now, it is not over. 10-point deficit halfway through the 4th quarter. But Hersey, they've got momentum, they've got the ball, and they've got fire in their souls.
A little bit of energy coming back into the stadium as we've got the cheer team in front of us, performing some stunts. They've got a competition on Sunday. Good luck for them. But really, it comes down to these last 4 minutes.
It really does.
And the scoring opportunities, we've seen so many of them tonight. How are you going to make those chances count? Because the points are so important. And I think that one possession where we missed about 4 shots.
Yes, exactly.
With those shots made, it'd probably be back down to a 5-point game. Obviously, you can't score multiple times in the same possession, but still, just momentum-wise, in the crosstown rivalries, Haney's got the and 1. Back down to a single-digit lead for Prospect. Full court press still on.
Yes.
Obviously, Prospect going to Linky. That's exactly who they want to get the ball right away. As here comes Haney.
Here we go.
Pressure starting to build a little bit.
This possession is huge. You do not want Prospect to slow down this game. That's going to wind down the clock. That's going to be over. You need a quick steal.
Skelton. Aggressiveness from Molster.
I don't hate
really
that
pay
foul.
off the way she wanted is she'll pick up the foul.
I don't hate that foul at all. It does slow the game down, but now it forces an inbound from the Knights. And right now, that could make all the difference. You do not want Prospect to hold the ball on the perimeter. You want them to pass. You want them to commit turnovers, and you need them to. You do not want them to get the ball to Linky underneath. That could spell the end of this game.
9-point lead. Hersey trying to erase that. Brennan puts up a bank shot, gets that one to go. Her first 2 of the night. Kate Donovan. Need points, you need them fast. Mieres outside, Molster, she'll take the 3. Splash! Why not? Why not shoot it? Yeah, it's exactly what you need, and don't want to get in foul trouble. Here comes Linky. Haney's still trying to go in for that steal. The third-party effort from the defense is really what you need, and Haney's been doing that a lot. It's down low. Linky against 2. Still gets it to go. Back to a 10-point game. 3 minutes to go. Here comes Donovan quickly up the floor. Toning it down just a little bit. She'll pull up. Quick J. No good. Mieres trying to bring on the press. You could hear Ludus yelling, no foul, no foul.
Yes, Ludus calling for no fouls, but she still wants her team to be aggressive. If you need to force a turnover, don't let them sit like this. That's
Mieres doesn't have a foul to give anymore. One more and she's out.
And honestly, if this game is Hamlet, I believe that Skelton, she's that early knife. She's that early stabbing.
There's a big steal. Here it comes. Kate Donovan. Underneath, Marks. Oh, can't get it to go.
Oh. But yeah, if this game's Hamlet, not to get gruesome, but that first hit, timeout, Prospect, that first hit from Skelton came out of the gates early, but the dagger to the heart, Allie Linky, down the stretch, outscoring Hersey. I honestly think she's probably outscoring them in this half by a wide margin, especially in the third quarter, just in this half in general, as I mentioned. Wide margin, Allie Linky, dominating force, X factor.
And even when a game where, mistakes have been made and, you're not getting the result you want, it's still you're seeing grit from the Hersey team, and they're bringing effort, but it's just little mistakes. Just losing the ball one too many times and just not able to finish it down low. That has really, really hurt them tonight. I mean, obviously, I don't have the stats live, but I'm sure they've missed plenty of shots tonight, and that really hurts you down the stretch. A lot of empty possessions, and possessions where Prospect's been able to get into Linky's hands, and she's been able to score. By the way, she's got 19 in this half.
Wow.
Incredible performance, and it's been just, she's starting to really run away with it.
And it's been all her on the offense, and there's nobody to stop her. Marks is the only forward, only player on Hersey that can rival her size that's currently on the court. And on defense, she's also using her big body to just block the paint. Donovan's been trying to drive on her, no shots off. This is a well-coached team from Weber. He knows this team's potential, and he knows how to stop the Huskies' familiar foes.
I feel maybe slightly the difference made was, I feel like Donovan's pressure, her quickness, even despite the mismatch against Linky, was kind of shutting her down. And against Marks, she's just been able to really kind of have her way with things.
Yes.
No discredit to Marks. Marks has done everything she can. She's been playing great defense, actually, but it's just so hard to prevent those points because she's so mobile. You see that spin move often. You see centers do that in basketball a lot, and that's so hard to stop successfully.
Yes.
This Prospect's just moving the ball now around late. Good steal there from Mieres. Need points, you need them fast. You need a foul right away, and you need to make sure the right people foul. Mark still has fouls to give as Mieres' shot is no good. They're not going for the foul. It could be all written in this game. Minute 18 left. Skelton is looking for some ball movement. Good steal again from Mieres, but she can't keep her foot in bounds. It's going to be Prospect ball with 1:10 to go, and this might be all written in this game.
And I think, obviously, Hersey has had losses as Ludus takes another timeout. Full one this time, but Hersey's faced losses this season, but I think this is the biggest learning experience. This is against a crosstown rival. This is a major game in the divisional race. But they have faltered, they have fallen to a strong defense, and I think Ludus is going to go back to the drawing board and really try to figure out what can we do? What are some plays that we can draw up to prevent this going into the state tournament? Because we know we can be a state tournament team. We know we can make a deep run. We are MSL contenders. How is that going to translate? How are we going to take the lessons we learned from this game and apply it to later so we can succeed in the eyes of the state tournament?
Some people say rivalries don't have an impact, they're not important, but
couldn't be further from the truth.
if you are saying that, you really just don't understand sports, quite frankly. And today isn't a perfect example of it. A team that rarely makes mistakes, a team that performs at such a high level, this Hersey team has just been stifled really by not only just their own mistakes, but, I mean, Prospects capitalizing on them too. But maybe the pressure, maybe the feel, and just the overall, I don't know, the vibe of this game, it might be getting into their heads. And
100%.
That's the last thing you want to happen, but it's the reality of it today. Still, even when you're down 10, if Weber's taking a timeout, I find this so interesting.
I find this interesting as well.
That might have been called by Ludus.
It was full for Weber. Wow.
It was. Wait, but they took a timeout off the scoreboard from Hersey. I'm not sure who did call the timeout, but regardless, another timeout within 10 seconds of play.
Pretty interesting, but I just think that this
one.
game is going to be influential to this divisional race. Wow, you had Hersey beat Fremd, you had Fremd beat Prospect, now you have Prospect beat Hersey.
Now,
this is going to be so interesting.
Hersey, I believe, still has the upper hand in the conferences. We can take a look here at the standings. I will read them off as soon as I can access them.
They do have the upper hand, but this is going to shake things up. I believe Hersey was undefeated in the conference coming into this game, and now
they were as well.
Now I believe they'll all have one loss. Maybe Fremd has multiple. Could be wrong.
Yeah, they'll all be sitting at Prospect and Hersey will be sitting at 4-1, and due to the head-to-head, Prospect will have the advantage. Or actually, it would be Prospect would have the advantage. As I wonder if Fremd is playing tonight. They're also sitting at a 3-1 record. there was a foul.
And this is just interesting. If you're Hersey and you dominated Friend like that, still not sure if you want to play the defending Final Four Vikings. But Prospect has been playing well, and I don't think you want to play them either later in the season. You will have to. But going into the conference championship, if you're Hersey, who are you looking to play? Who's the best case scenario?
Honestly, with how it stands right now, if I was on this team, I'd want to play Prospect again.
Really?
There's nothing more than beating a team the second time after you lose. There's nothing more you get in that second matchup and beating that team the second time around.
Yes.
I know what that feeling is like. Unfortunately, it wasn't as positive in my experience against Prospect, but in this scenario, you know, with how talented this team is and, you know, how tight this matchup is, you could see Hersey, you know, take one away from Prospect. As Lexi Mieres does foul out, unfortunately, in this game. And Pasoli's going to pick up a foul on the floor there as well, half a minute to go.
I 100% agree, and I mentioned this was a learning experience for the Huskies.
Very much.
I just think Weber came in very prepared for this Husky team. Hersey just didn't seem that prepared on the court, but I think Ludus is going to take away this game, grudge on the shoulder. They're facing a 3-game-plus losing streak. We don't need the exact numbers against this Knight squad after this game, and I think the game, Hersey Prospect on a later date, believe in February, that's going to be huge, not just for this team, but for school culture in general.
We do have upcoming broadcasts with this Hersey girls team in the near future. I believe we are going to be calling this Fremd game. I'm not entirely sure if Caden will be by my side for this one. That's going to be all she wrote. It is, yeah, we will see you next week. We will be calling this game against Barrington, I would assume, and then the Fremd game is almost a guarantee. Prospect's going to pick up the win here by 10, 46-36. Not the most ideal game for Hersey tonight, but a lot of time left in the season to come back from this one, and overall just a learning experience. And losses like these sometimes are okay because this is exactly where you turn your season around.
Oh yes, I completely agree, and you need to turn your season around. You came into this game riding on your high horse. You're undefeated in conference. Prospect is the underdog. Now it's a shock. They gave you a culture shock. They hit you hard. Now they're on the high horse. They have the momentum going into the conference season. In Hersey, this is a major mid-season regroup. Every team faces this. Every team faces the point where they're like, wow, it's time to step up. Yeah. It's time to dominate, and it's time to get better and beat this team later on. And I think Hersey's all the tools to do that. So let's see what happens.
Well, Prospect came out swinging in this game, and when you get hit in the face like that, how are you going to come back up and start swinging again? And that's what we'll wait and see. Hopefully we'll be back here again for Barrington, but we'd like to thank all the viewers for joining us tonight. Thank you to Caden for yet another amazing broadcasting experience. But we hope to see you again soon. And of course, bear down, go Bears this weekend, go Steelers as well. Thank you for everybody tuning in, and we hope you have a great weekend.